So as you get settled in, you can take a few cleansing breaths in and out through the nose, or maybe a couple exhales through the mouth, just settling into your seat and into this moment. And now allow the sitting bones to drop a little bit more. See if you can relax them equally. And allow this relaxation to spread down through the legs. And then scanning up the spine from the tailbone to the crown. Allow your spine to find that perfect position where you're not tilting forward or back. You're right at center. Keep the lips together, but let the teeth gently separate. And allow the roof of the mouth to rise slightly like a dome. Maybe bringing your awareness to your third eye center between the two eyebrows. Closing the eyelids. And begin to come into a conscious breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And as you inhale, send your breath into the belly chamber first, then the ribs, then the chest. And as you exhale, go back the way you came, releasing the breath from the chest first, then the ribs, then the belly. Using about 60 or 70% of your breath capacity so that there's fluidity and space. And let's begin to have a tiny little pause at the top of the breath, like just a second where you feel the top. And then when you exhale, have just a moment where you feel the bottom. And when you're ready, you can layer on the Ujjayi sound, contracting the throat slightly so your breath sounds like the ocean. Imagining that you're circulating energy through the body, maybe even through your space around you. Let your hands release to the floor, and as you inhale, reach the arms out and up. Maybe feeling that tiny pause at the top when the fingertips touch. Exhale out and down, perhaps touching the floor at the bottom. Good, continuing at your own pace, sun breaths. Warming up the respiratory system. Opening to this moment. The next time that you inhale up, we'll exhale into a twist, bringing the right arm to the left knee. Good. Inhale, unwind, reach it up. Exhale, left hand comes to the right knee. Your right arm can come behind you. And keep going, a couple more. Last one. Inhale the arms up, pausing with the arms up as you breathe, spreading through the fingers, pressing down through your sitting bones. And on your next exhale, bring the right arm down to the floor on the right side, grounding your left sitting bone. And reach this left arm up like you're lengthening your spine and over the head to the right. Maybe tuck the chin, allow your neck to relax. Stay here, but take the arm that's in the air and reach it down, spreading through the fingers and opening through the neck and shoulder. Send your breath right into this area that tends to hold a lot of tension, and see if you can make your breath extra calm, like you're bringing soothing, relaxing energy to this area. And you can even nod the head yes a little bit. Good. Inhale, reach this left arm up and over just for this one inhale. Exhale, coming up to center. Other side. Grounding through that right sitting bone as you press the hand into the earth. Find that position for the neck where it can relax. Maybe the chin tucks slightly. And begin to take this arm that's in the air and reach it down, spreading through the fingers. Send your breath into the shoulder and neck, releasing tension. And if you're feeling tension here, one way to help to release it more is if you inhale into the tension and then exhale as if it's dissolving. Maybe nod the head yes a couple of times. Inhale, reach this right arm up and over the head. Exhale to center. Bring both hands to the knees. Tuck the chin as if you're lengthening up through the crown, and begin to circle the belly. Perhaps inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you come back, massaging all these internal organs. Bringing fresh blood and life force here. And if it's comfortable, you can close the eyes again. Feeling this from the inside. When you're ready, reverse the direction. The last one, see if you can slow it down a little bit. And bring your spine to center. You can take your pillow out from underneath you if you have one. Just set it off to the side and lift your knees up so your feet come to the floor. You can tuck your hands underneath the knees. Let's come into some cat-cows here, spinal flexing. So as you inhale, reach the heart forward, shoulders glide back into a cow position. Exhale, rounded cat. You can even tuck the chin here if you like. Notice how you'll be rocking on the sitting bones. And you're opening the front of the heart on the inhale and the back door of the heart on the exhale. Good, let's add lion's breath to it. The next time that you come into rounded cat, inhale here. Exhale into cow as you stick out the tongue. Helping to clear the throat chakra. 3 more. Inhale to center. Release the legs out long, rolling the ankles. Take the hands forward and roll the wrists. Each direction. Good, bring your hands behind you. Bend the knees, let the feet be a little bit wide, and begin to windshield wiper the knees side to side. And this might be enough right here, or if you'd like to deepen these twists, then as the knees go to the left, you can drag that right arm around, reach it behind you. Inhaling, passing through center, exhaling into the twist. Good, let's pause in the twist. So the next time that your knees come to the left, drag that right arm around with you and then place it onto the floor. And you can kind of walk your hands to a comfortable position where you're twisting here. You're welcome to stay here on the hands or come down onto the forearms. Either way, press into the hands or forearms and imagine that your spine is lengthening from tailbone to crown. Releasing any hard edges of the breath, any excessive effort. Relaxing the jaw. On an inhale, if you're on the forearms, come back up onto the hands. Unwinding, other side. Each side might feel different, so really check in before you just mentally choose what position you're going to be in. You can choose hands or forearms, lengthening the spine as you breathe. If you notice tension in the body, breathe into it like you're accepting it. Exhale, allow it to dissolve. When you're ready, begin to release out. Unwinding. And allow your legs to release out into a V. Let your hands rest on the legs. And once again, roll the ankles, allowing this inner line of the legs to open. Good, and you can always take your pillow and bring it in front of you, letting the hands rest here. Yeah, and if you want to, you might even want to put your blanket or your sweater on top for even more support. And you can actually bring this right up to the body and then begin to, I like to press it into my belly. And it gives a little bit of support as you fold. So maybe walk the hands in front of the cushion if you have one, and breathe as you begin to fold here. Notice the quality of your breath. Good, and if you'd like to come to one side, release off the pillow a little bit and walk it over. Let's press the left forearm into the inner thigh. And then reach the right arm up and over the head. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, other side. Just a little bit deeper into those side stretches than when we started. Inhaling to center. Bring your left hand to the floor on the outer edge of your left leg. Bring the right hand to the floor on the inside. And just inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, gently folding, and it might just be a centimeter of a fold. Taking a couple breaths here. You can bow the head towards the leg, honoring it. When you're ready, walk it out. Maybe reach the arms up and turning to the other side. Hands come on either side of the leg. Inhale, get taller. So you're going to feel this in the hip, right? Exhale, it might just be a tiny bit of a fold from the hip. And then maybe bow the head down, honoring this leg. Inhale, rising up. Good, last one, taking one more forward fold with it. See if you're able to get any deeper. About 3 breaths here. On an inhale, rising up. Exhale, release your props off to the side. You can take your hands underneath the knees and just help them up. Let them fall to one side. And come into tabletop. Wide fingers, bring your hands a little bit in front of that shoulder line and begin to circle the hips. Other way. Good. Come into a cobra up dog. So as if you're in plank with the knees on the ground, start to allow your pelvis to sink towards the earth. As you press into the hands, you might actually need to walk them back towards you slightly, depending on where they were. And lift that heart up, opening this whole eastern side, front side of the body. You can even gaze upwards. Inhale with me. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips all the way back into child's pose. Let your third eye center come to the earth. Inhale to lift the gaze. Exhale, draw your elbows back towards you so that they're underneath your shoulders. Palms can press into the ground, or you're welcome to interlace the fingers. And we're going to press into these forearms as we lift the hips into dolphin. So lift your tailbone up
And then just find that spot where your elbows are going to be underneath the shoulders. And then you can tuck the toes and maybe just lift the knees an inch off the floor and notice how that feels. You can always lower them back down. Or maybe at some point, press into those feet and forearms, lift the hips right up towards the sky, straightening the legs. Maybe walk it out a little bit, bending one knee and then the other. Keep your breath. This is an intense pose, dolphin. Eventually lower the knees back down. Keep your sitting bones up towards the sky as you stretch your arms forward and allow your heart to melt in puppy. Forehead can rest on the earth. Widen your fingers. Stay here, or if you'd like to come into down dog, bring your hands closer to you. Tuck the toes, glide the shoulders down the back, and imagine your armpits are rotating towards each other. Wide fingers, press into the feet, lift the hips up, tuck the chin. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Wherever you are, we're going to make our way to standing. Walking the feet up to meet the hands, hanging out in a forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows and gently swing side to side. Really let your neck go. So allow gravity to lengthen your neck. Release the arms. Soften the knees and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. When you get to the top, gently tuck the tailbone and circle the shoulders back and down. Keeping the shoulders back and down, let the palms face forward in Samasthiti, mountain. Inhale, reaching out and up. Feel that top of the breath. Exhale, out and down as you hinge, folding. Inhale, flat back, gazing forward. Hands can be on the shins or fingertips are on the floor. Exhale, folding again. Inhale all the way out and up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, flying down. Inhale, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, folding. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, bring the palms together at the heart. Exhale, bend the knees slightly. Inhale, leaning onto your right foot, reach your left toes back. Exhale, lower this left foot down at a 45-degree angle. Tuck your tailbone, draw your rib cage towards your spine, and sink into your front knee. Warrior one. Hands can stay at the heart or you can lift them up. Now in this pose, notice your back foot. If you try to sink the outer edge of your back foot, lifting the inner arch, it will stabilize this whole left leg. And you can do the same a little bit with your front foot, grounding that outer edge. Not so much that it creates tension, but just a subtle shift there. Begin to open the heart to the side, reaching your right arm over your right leg, left arm over your back leg. Straighten the front knee for a moment, give it a break. Good, bending back in. Let's flow between peace pose and extended side angle. Flip your front palm up. Inhale as you reach up, lengthening up into peace pose. Exhale as you flow into extended side angle. Riding your breath. And eventually coming back into warrior two. Straightening the front knee. Bring the hands to the hips and turn your hips forward. Actually, in this pose, it's really nice if the stance is a little bit closer together. So just bend your front knee for a second and hop your back foot a little bit closer. Good, and now straighten your front leg. Reach your sitting bones back as you reach your heart forward, gently folding over this right leg. You can stay right here, hands on the hips, or sometimes it's nice to interlace the hands and reach them behind you. Or maybe you want to have a hand on the leg. Ride your inhale up. Palms come together, knee bends. And on your next inhale, step it up. Bring the knees together, hands come to the thighs, circling the mouth. Other way. Good, other side. Samasthiti. Inhale, bring the palms together at the heart. Exhale, bending the knees. Inhale, leaning onto your left foot. Reach your right toes back. Exhale, lower them down, lowering your foot at a 45-degree angle. Tuck the tailbone, draw the rib cage towards the spine. Warrior one, stay right here or reach it up. Again, can you feel those outer edges of the feet grounding slightly? Begin to open the heart to the side. Left arm comes over the left leg, right arm comes over the right. Front palm is facing up. Inhale, peace pose. Exhale, extended side angle. You can always take a break and just straighten the front leg for a moment. Eventually finding yourself back in Warrior Two. And bring the palms together at the heart, shifting the heart forward. Step your back foot up slightly. Good, and then straighten your front knee. Your heart is over this front leg. Begin to draw your sitting bones back as your heart reaches forward. Hands can press down on the hips or interlace them behind you or bring them to the leg. Just a couple breaths here. And on an inhale, rising up. On your next inhale, step it up. Reach it up. Keep this length as you fly down. Inhale, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, gently step back into downward dog, puppy, or child's pose. If anyone would like to do a vinyasa here, feel free. Wherever you are, let's come into child's pose with wide knees. For a moment, let go of the breath here and just relax in this pose. Sinking. And slowly roll it up. And please gather any props that you like for Shavasana so that you have them near you. We're going to lay down and do a couple things on the back. And it's nice to have your blanket right near you. Good, so just having any props that you like for your final resting pose nearby. And then come lying onto your back. You can hug the knees into the chest. rocking them around, massaging the sacrum on the earth. And allow your knees to separate, coming into a modified happy baby. Deepening your breath here. Coming back to your Dirga and Ujjayi. And if you're comfortable with happy baby, then you can actually hold on to the outer edges of the feet and lift the soles of the feet up to the sky as the knees bend down towards the armpits. Otherwise, just stay here. Good. You can be in stillness or you can rock it a little bit side to side. Feel free to play with the legs. And slowly begin to release the feet to the floor in front of and a little bit to the sides of each sitting bone. Glide your shoulders down the back, letting your hands rest by the sides. Press into the feet and into the arms as you lift your hips up off the floor for bridge. And you might even begin to tuck those arms and shoulders even more under the spine, interlacing the hands if that's comfortable. Imagine that your navel point, just below your belly button, is like a glowing sun or a glowing egg, being the highest part of the body. Even if it's not actually the highest part of your body right now, just imagine that it is. It's opening. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale with me. And slowly exhale as you lower down. Relax your knees towards each other. Relax your left leg out long on the ground. And draw your right knee in. Sending your breath into the right side of the belly, massaging the ascending colon, liver, and gallbladder. Press down through your navel point, stabilizing your back on the earth as you lift the left leg up to the sky. Bring your right ankle to the left knee, keeping this right foot flexed. And then you can hold on to the left leg with your hands and draw it in. You're welcome to keep this left leg straight or the knee can bend, whichever feels good. Resting pigeon. Send your breath into the right hip. Again, wherever you're feeling little bits of tension, you can inhale into it. Exhale out to dissolve. On your next inhale, lift the head, trying to draw the nose towards the foot. On an exhale, lengthen your spine as you lower it back down. Releasing. Let your right leg relax all the way out long on the floor. Draw your left knee in, sending your breath into the left side of the belly, massaging the descending colon, spleen. Draw your navel point down, stabilizing your sacrum against the earth. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring the left foot to the right knee, keeping this left foot flexed. Drawing your right leg with the foot on it in towards the body. Again, each side will feel different, most likely. Dissolving tension on the exhale. And begin to have a slightly longer little pause at the top and the bottom of your breath. So instead of it just being a little transition, you can pause for maybe a full second or two. On your next exhale, gently release. Coming into Shavasana, allowing both legs to release out long. You can cover your body with a blanket. Let the arms rest by the sides, and you can gently tuck those shoulder blades in towards the spine and down, which will help the palms naturally face up. This is our most important pose, absorbing and integrating all of the gifts of our practice. We don't need to know what those gifts may be, but simply allow the body, mind, and soul to be open, receiving everything that's given. Allow the weight of the brain to relax into the back of the skull. Relaxing the eyes. Relaxing the tip of the tongue. Allow the tongue to widen and get heavy. Imagine all the skin on the forehead spreading open towards the temples. as if you have little wells at the inner corners of the eyes. Allow these wells to deepen. Let this relaxation flow through your whole body as you let go of the breath, relinquish any control or effort, and simply rest here in stillness. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Stretching the arms up over the head. And you can use your right arm as a pillow as you roll onto the right side into a fetal position. Keeping the head heavy as you press up to seated. Gently rub the palms together. And bring them to stillness at your heart center. Bowing your head to honor yourself. Bowing your head to honor the part of yourself that exists in everyone. And perhaps the idea that everyone exists within you in some way, as we're all connected. We give gratitude for the opportunity to practice yoga together today. The light within me honors the light within you. Remembering that we're all one, we say together, Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you, Liza.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me today, everyone.
Thank you, Liza.
So welcome. I love you. Have such a beautiful day.
You too. Great to see you.
You too.
Bye.
Namaste. Bye-bye.